If you are over 60, you have probably been told that your joint pain is just a normal part of aging, that it is just the wear and tear of time. But what if I told you that the biggest enemy of your joints is not the calendar, it is not even your age. The biggest enemy is your sofa. I know how it feels. You wake up in the morning and your knees feel like they have been poured in cement. Your fingers feel stiff, clumsy, and deep down, there is a quiet, terrifying thought that keeps you up at night. How long until I lose my independence? How long until I cannot get up from this chair on my own? That fear is real. But here is the good news. The solution is not running a marathon. It is not lifting heavy weights, and it is certainly not another prescription pill that leaves you feeling foggy. Most people think that when your joints hurt, you need to rest. You need to stop moving to save your body. But as a doctor, I need to tell you the shocking truth. Resting is rusting. When you stop moving, your joints literally dry out. You are not saving them. You are starving them. In the next few minutes, I am going to show you how to activate your body's natural lubricant. It is a simple scientific way to wash away that stiffness and reduce pain, and it takes just 9 minutes. And the best part? You can start right now without even leaving your home. In my years of practice, I have seen too many good people lose their sparkle because of pain. I have sat with patients who feel trapped in their own bodies. They tell me, "Doctor, I just want my life back." And they often think the only answer lies in a prescription bottle. But I have seen the other side of that coin. I have seen the dizziness, the stomach issues, and the brain fog that come with heavy reliance on painkillers. It becomes a vicious cycle. You take a pill to stop the pain, but the pill makes you too tired to move. And because you do not move, the joints get stiffer and the pain gets worse. We are going to break that cycle today. But before we start the movement, I need to know who I am helping. I need to know your story. Arthritis attacks everyone differently, and I want to know where it hits you the hardest. Is it the sharp sting in your knees when you try to stand up? Is it the deep, dull ache in your hips that wakes you up at night? Or is it the stiffness in your fingers that makes it hard to hold a coffee cup? Do me a favor, pause this video for just a second. Go down to the comment section below and type just one word: knees, hips, or hands. Please do not be shy. I read through your comments to understand what my community needs most. Your answer helps me decide exactly what medical research to break down in my next video. So go ahead, leave that comment now. I'll wait. Thank you for sharing that with me. It helps more than you know. Now here is my promise to you. By the end of this video, you will not just have a list of exercises. You will have a morning ritual. A ritual that takes less than 10 minutes but adds years of quality to your life. We are not just masking the pain, we are going to feed your joints what they are starving for. We are going to turn that rust back into smooth gliding motion. Are you ready to take your mornings back? Let's look at the science of why this works. Now, I want you to imagine a car that has been sitting in a garage for 6 months in the middle of winter. You go out, turn the key, and try to rev the engine immediately. What happens? It grinds. It struggles. It might even damage the engine. But because the oil is cold, thick, and settled at the bottom, your joints are exactly the same. Inside every joint in your body, your knees, your hips, your fingers, there is a miraculous liquid called synovial fluid. Think of this as your body's natural WD-40. When you are young, you have plenty of it. But as we age, and especially when we have arthritis, the quality of this fluid changes. Here is the science that most people miss. Synovial fluid is what we call thixotropic. That is a fancy word, but it means something very simple. When you are still like when you are sleeping or watching TV, the fluid becomes thick, almost like a gel or a paste. That is why you feel that stiffness and gluing sensation in the morning. But when you start to move gently, that thick gel transforms. It warms up. It becomes thin, slippery, and oily again. It coats the bones and cushions the impact. This is why we say, motion is lotion. However, there is a dangerous myth I need to bust right now. Many seniors tell me, "Doctor, I don't want to exercise because I don't want to wear out my cartilage. I don't want bone rubbing on bone." I understand that fear. It makes sense logically, right? Like tires on a car, the more you drive, the more they wear down. But your body is not a machine made of rubber and steel. It is living tissue. Your joint cartilage is like a sponge. It has no blood supply of its own. The only way it gets nutrients to repair itself is through compression and release. When you put gentle pressure on the joint, you squeeze out the old waste-filled fluid. When you release, fresh, nutrient-rich fluid rushes back in. If you don't move, you don't pump that sponge. The cartilage starves, dries out, and cracks. That is when the pain gets worse. So the exercises we are about to do are not about building big muscles. They are about pumping that sponge. We are going to gently warm up that oil without grinding the gears. We are aiming for the sweet spot movement that is too light to hurt, but enough to heal. Are you ready to lubricate those joints? Let's start with the first movement, and we are going to do this right where you are most comfortable in bed. We are going to start right now. And the best news! For these first two movements, you do not even have to get out of bed. I want you to imagine you just woke up. The alarm is off. The sun is peeking through the curtains. Do not throw off the covers yet. Lie on your back legs, straight arms resting by your side. Movement number 1. The ankle pump. This is the ignition key for your body. Your legs have been still for hours. The blood is pooling in your feet. We need to send it back up to your heart. Here is what you do. Point your toes down away from you like you are pressing the gas pedal of a car. Feel the stretch on the top of your foot. Now pull your toes back toward your nose. Feel the stretch in your calf. That is 1 rep. Let's keep going. Point and pull, point and pull. While you do this, visualize that synovial fluid we talked about. Imagine it waking up, turning from a thick gel into a warm, slippery oil. You are literally pumping life back into your legs. Doctor's warning. I see many patients rushing this. They flutter their feet fast like a hummingbird's wings. Stop. That does nothing. The magic happens in the pause. When you pull your toes back, I want you to feel a meaningful stretch in your Achilles tendon. Why? Because tight calves are the #1 reason seniors shuffle instead of walk. If you rush, you miss the stretch. Slow down. 1 full second up, 1 full second down. Do 10 of these. It reduces swelling and wakes up the nerve endings your brain needs for balance. Movement number 2, the glute squeeze. Stay right there on your back. We are going to wake up the sleeping giant. Your glutes, or your bottom muscles, are the biggest muscles in your body. When they are weak, your lower back and your knees have to do all the heavy lifting. That is where the pain comes from. So let's wake them up. I want you to squeeze your bottom muscles together as hard as you can. Imagine you are trying to crack a walnut between your cheeks. Squeeze. Hold it for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and relax. Let it go completely. The breath-holding trap. Now listen closely. Here is a mistake 90% of people make. They hold their breath. They squeeze their face, their jaw, and their fists along with their glutes. Your glutes are not connected to your jaw. If you hold your breath, you spike your blood pressure. We don't want that. Try this. As you squeeze your bottom, breathe out through your mouth like you are blowing out a candle. Whoosh! This engages your core and keeps your blood pressure safe. Let's do 10 reps. Squeeze. Exhale. And release. You are building a safety cushion for your lower back. You are telling your body, I am strong. I am ready to support my weight today. Movement number 3, the seated knee extension. Now slowly take your time. Roll to your side and push yourself up. Sit on the edge of your bed, feet flat on the floor, hands resting on your thighs. Take a deep breath. Do you feel that you are already warmer? Now, Let's protect those knees. Slowly kick your right foot out until your leg is as straight as possible. Do not lock the knee, just straighten it. I want you to focus on the muscle on top of your thigh. That is your quadriceps. Squeeze that thigh muscle tight. Hold it. And slowly lower your foot back to the floor. Let's switch to the left leg. Lift, straighten, squeeze, and lower. The swinging. Warning, be careful. Do not swing your leg. Swinging uses momentum. Momentum cheats the muscle. If you swing, your joint takes the pressure. If you lift slowly, your muscle takes the load. We want the muscle to work, not the joint. Also touch your thigh. If it is soft while your leg is straight, you are not squeezing hard enough. It should feel as hard as a rock. That hardness is what stabilizes your kneecap. It acts as a natural knee brace. Every time you strengthen this muscle, you are taking pressure off the knee joint itself. Do 5 on each side. Nice and slow. Listen to your body. If it hurts, stop. Discomfort is okay. Sharp pain is not. Transition to standing. Now, take a moment. If you feel steady, stand up. If you need a walker or a cane, use it. We are going to move to the upper body. Movement number 4. The anti-slouch roll. As we age, gravity tries to pull us forward. We start to hunch. This compresses your lungs and makes you look and feel older than you are. Let's fight gravity. Stand tall. Lift your shoulders up to your ears. Now roll them back and drop them down. Imagine you are sliding your shoulder blades into your back pockets. Let's do that again. Up, back, and down. Why posture equals pain? Relief, you might wonder, Doctor, why are we working on shoulders for arthritis? Because your body is a chain. When you slouch, your head moves forward. For every inch your head moves forward, it adds 10 pounds of pressure to your spine. 10 pounds. By rolling your shoulders back, you are literally taking a weight off your spine. Open your chest. Take a deep breath. Do you feel that you are creating space for your heart and lungs? Do this 5 times. Walk tall today. You have earned it. Movement number 5. The imaginary ball squeeze. Your hands are your tools of independence. Opening a jar, buttoning a shirt, holding a grandchild. We need to keep them nimble. Hold your hands out in front of you. Squeeze your fists tight, like you are crushing a ball. Now explode them open. Spread your fingers as wide as you can. Squeeze tight. And open wide. Flick your fingers like you are flicking water off them. Special note for rheumatoid arthritis. If you have rheumatoid arthritis and your joints are hot red and inflamed right now, be very gentle. Do not squeeze hard. Just move through the range of motion like you are moving through water. But for osteoarthritis, the wear and tear kind, squeeze away. Stiffness is the enemy here. And don't forget the thumb. Tuck your thumb inside your fist, then stretch it out. The thumb is responsible for 40% of your hand's function. Don't neglect it. Do this 10 times. This pumps fluid into the small joints of the fingers so you can keep doing the things you love. Movement number 6. The wall push-up. You do not need to get on the floor for this. Find a wall. Place your hands on the wall, shoulder-width apart. Step your feet back just a little bit. Keep your body straight, like a plank. Now slowly bend your elbows and bring your nose toward the wall. Don't touch it. Just get close and push back. Inhale as you go in. Exhale as you push out. The hip sag mistake. Watch your hips. Do not let them sag toward the wall like a banana, and do not stick your bottom out like a duck. Your body should be a straight steel beam from head to heel. If you cannot go all the way down, that is fine. Go down 1 inch. That is enough. Consistency beats intensity every single time. If your wrists hurt, you can do this on your knuckles or hold onto the edge of a sturdy countertop instead. Adjust the angle until it feels pain-free. This builds strength in your arms and chest. Why is this important? Because if you ever do fall, or if you need to push yourself up from a chair, this is the strength that will save you. Aim for 5 slow repetitions. You are stronger than you think. Movement number 7, the one-leg balance. This is the most critical movement of all. This is your insurance policy against falls. Stand next to a sturdy chair or a countertop. Put your hand on it for support. Shift your weight to your left leg. Now, simply lift your right foot off the ground. Just an inch. Hold it. Focus your eyes on one spot on the wall. The death grip problem. Now look at your hand on the chair. When I say hold onto the chair, I don't mean strangle it. I see seniors with white knuckles gripping for dear life. That does not help your balance. It just tires your hand. Try the piano key touch. Rest just 2 or 3 fingers lightly on the chair. Use it for information, not for support, unless you are falling. This forces your ankle and hip to do the micro adjustments that prevent falls. Count to 10. And switch legs. As we get older, our balance sensors get a little rusty. This exercise recalibrates them. It teaches your brain where your body is in space. And remember, if you wobble, that is good. Wobbling means your brain is learning. A statue doesn't learn. A wobbling body does. And there you have it. You did it. Shake your arms out. Take a deep breath. How do you feel? Lighter, looser. That is the feeling of a body that has been lubricated and loved. You have done the work. You have lubricated your joints. You are standing taller. But I have to be honest with you. You can do these exercises every single morning, but you can undo all that progress in just 5 minutes at the breakfast table. There is a silent saboteur lurking in your kitchen. It is called systemic inflammation. Think of arthritis, like a small fire inside your joints. The exercises we just did, they are like spraying cool water on that fire. They soothe it. But there are certain foods you probably eat every day, that are like pouring gasoline on that fire. I am not just talking about fast food or candy. We all know those are bad. I am talking about the healthy imposters. Did you know that sugar acts like microscopic shards of glass in your blood? When you eat too much sugar, it bonds with the proteins in your joints in a process called glycation. Essentially, it turns your flexible rubbery cartilage into brittle hard rock. You eat the sugar, and 2 hours later your knees ache, and you blame the weather. But it wasn't the rain. It was the toast and jam. And here is the part that shocks most of my patients. Some of the culprits are things you think are good for you. Certain healthy fruits that spike your insulin too high. Certain vegetables known as nightshades that can trigger pain receptors in people with sensitive joints. I have seen patients suffering for years taking pills, doing therapy, but never changing their diet. The moment they cut out these inflammatory triggers, their pain dropped by 50% in a week. You cannot out-exercise a bad diet. Your joints need the right fuel to rebuild. If you are feeding them gasoline, they will burn. So here is my challenge to you today. Pay attention to what you eat right after this workout. Does it make you feel light and energetic? Or do you feel heavy and stiff an hour later? Your body is always talking to you. It is time to listen. My friend, I want you to remember one thing as you go about your day. Arthritis might be a part of your life, but it does not define your life. It is just a word. It is not a prison sentence. You have proven that today. By showing up, by moving your body, you have made a choice. You chose freedom over fear. You chose action over rust. Being 70 or 80 is not about trying to be 20 again. It is about being the best, strongest, and most capable version of who you are right now. It is about having the energy to play with your grandkids, the stability to travel, and the confidence to live life on your own terms. Now I have a small favor to ask. I pour my heart into these videos because I believe you deserve the truth about your health. If you found these exercises helpful, please leave a comment with the number 1. If you didn't find them helpful, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback is my compass. It helps me know if I am serving you well. And remember what I said about those healthy foods that might be secretly causing your pain. I am currently working on a deep dive video exposing the 5 vegetables that destroy your joints. You do not want to miss that. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. It is the best way to protect your health, and it is completely free. Thank you for trusting me with your time today. Keep moving, keep shining, and I will see you in the next video.